Adelina Patti was born to Italian parents in Spain in 1843 and was to become one of the highest paid opera singers of the 19th century. Verdi declared her the greatest singer he'd ever heard. She began her professional career at the age of 8, when she undertook 2 tours of America, Canada, Mexico, Cuba and the West Indies. The tours were a huge success, so much so that her share of the takings was over $20,000, the equivalent of around £750,000 today. With a voice that was considered small but remarkable for its wide range and purity, Adelina enthralled audiences of thousands, including emperors, kings and czars, all across America and Europe. She even gave command performances at Buckingham Palace. For every production or concert, Adelina was required to provide her own costumes. These included the suit of armour here on display at Gaer, which she wore in March 1868 when she sang in Verdi's opera Giovanna d'Arco, or Joan of Arc, at the Théâtre des Italiens in Paris. The armour gives an indication of her diminutive stature. She was barely 5 feet tall in her stockinged feet. This did not, however, prevent her from singing at Covent Garden Opera House without the aid of a microphone. In 1878, entranced by its setting tucked away in the Brecknockshire countryside, Adelina purchased her home at Craigienos, and it was to here that she returned between her regular tours of the United States. She had extensive work carried out to extend the house, which included building a theatre and adding castellations or decorative parapets. The latter led to the house being referred to as Craigienos Castle, and it's still in use today as a hotel and wedding venue. Inside the house, Adelina displayed her extensive collection of music-related items amassed during her tours. As well as her suit of armour, another souvenir of her travels is the auto harp on display here, which was made in Philadelphia and believed to have been bought by Adelina during one of her tours of the United States. She was an accomplished musician, entertaining her many guests at Craigienos with concerts in her theatre. No doubt her guests also sat on dining chairs such as the one on display here, during the elaborate banquets prepared for them, where it's said that the champagne flowed like water. When Adelina returned home from America in 1887, she landed at Liverpool with 65 pieces of luggage and 12 animals, which included several dogs, parrots and other birds. One of the dogs was a chihuahua called Rigi, who would have joined the spaniels, setters, retrievers and collies already enjoying a life of luxury at Craigienos. When Rigi died, Adelina had him stuffed and mounted in a glass case, together with his favourite red sheepskin blanket. To this day, he sits watching visitors to Gaer. Adelina, like many of her generation, was a great letter writer and enjoyed sending and receiving correspondence from her many friends around the world. Gaer has a collection of Easter cards that she sent to a friend called Kitty around 1917 or 18. The identity of Kitty isn't known, but we're delighted that she kept the cards she received from Adelina and that they now form part of the collection at Gaer.